All right, what's up, Law? How's your week, man?
Well, it's semi good right now. I'm not gonna be over down, but pretty down.
With me, it was a couple of very personal down days. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was strictly because how much I really like that player number 4. It's really and what he was given to it, and now the road back, all that stuff just like was all up in my head. But then after thinking, everybody's gonna be, I'm talking to everybody out there, everybody's gonna be all right. Dak Prescott's gonna be all right. The Dallas Cowboys are gonna be all right. Andy Dalton's gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We all have a lot of options here. Let's just let it play out, because if there's a scenario where Andy Dalton can, do it for us, and Dak Prescott gets a huge contract to play with the Patriots or something, how does Dak Prescott not win something like that? You know what I'm saying? But then if Danny Dalton can't do it and we can get Dak back here, which is the best case scenario in my opinion or whatever, then that can happen. So there's a lot of things. And then also Andy Dalton, if he can provide as a starter, and he can provide as a bridge to another younger quarterback with a lower salary, something that a lot of you guys are wanting. You express it in bad ways, but it's a lot of what y'all want, with a quarterback making a low salary, and you can work on all the teams, but the quarterback still being talented, like they got out here in the the Chargers. So there's a lot of options here. I just had to get out of my emotions, man. I had to get out of my emotions.
It's crazy because it gets us to feel this way. We have our love and adulations. We see the all-time numbers from Dak Prescott, and we were just already looking into the future, saying, "Oh, he's going to get better from here." That for that story never to play all the way out seems like a nightmare to us as fans, because we wanted this for Dak Prescott. Nevertheless, we are behind Andy Dalton, and 14. We will not fold, because we are Cowboys fans. Before any of those guys exist, right?
Exactly. So now we got coming up is the Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be a tough game. This is a tough first game for Andy Dalton, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough game for him, and I think that he's still going to start off with his best foot forward, because this is a contract year for him too, so he got something to play for.
And then also it's the points that's going to be scored in this game. We're not going to be able to stop them, in my opinion. We're not going to be able to stop Kyler Murray. I see Kyler Murray like doing that thing to where the quarterback like just can't stop running and just like gets 100 and some yards on us and all that kind of stuff. I can clearly see Kyler Murray doing that nonsense all over us. So it's gonna be a tough football game for us, for Andy to keep up with them and keep up the points with them and things of that sort.
Yeah, and Shango, you know about this guy way before all of us. You seen it when he was little. DeAndre Hopkins, man. When we get on that point, I just really want you to tell everybody what we need to look for out of him, because I know you know him.
Well, let's transition on. Let's transition on to the top 5, and just for that, I'll go to Arizona first.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I got cards 5. Hold on. Graphics blunder, but we got it fixed quickly. Oh well, no, it's gotta build up. So Hopkins, that trade to them with Kyler Murray, they've just basically offensively turned into what the Houston Texans was. That a very mobile quarterback that can get out of the pocket, buy time, wait for Hop, and throw it in his direction. And once you throw it in his direction, he can go up and grab the ball all over.
Right.
So the guy I got in the middle though is what I was talking about. Is he's the one that Law. I don't think we're going to be able to touch him. I don't think we're going to be able to get near him. I mean, it's tough enough. I mean, hopefully D-Law, good job last week. Hopefully D-Law can start something with them. but he's going to get out the pocket. He's going to move and stop, and then move again and stop and move. That's it. That's his thing. And then when he can't move and stop no more, he'll go downfield in a straight line too. He's that kind of runner. So he's very scary to a defense like us because, as you know, I'm talking to a football person. You know, when he goes back to pass, there will be lanes. Because everybody is going to be struggling, trying to make sure they got their guy and they don't give up so many yards because there's so many bad. There's going to be so many lanes for him to take advantage of running that football down. So, he's going to be the major problem. And then on top of that, you got, again, Hopkins, someone that you cannot cover.
Right. And when you think about Kyler Murray, I just think of Emmitt Smith if he had the ability to throw the ball because he's so small, right? And he's not going to take those big hits. You would think that, hey, this guy's going to get creamed or what have you. He knows how to slide. He knows how to get out of bounds. And there's only a selective few quarterbacks that knows how to get out of the way, like the Lamar Jacksons of the world. They don't get these big hits. And a lot of people would think that, hey, he's a running quarterback. He's not going to have a long shelf life. No, this kid is cerebral, you know?
He's looking to attack. He's looking to attack with his arm. First, he's looking to decipher the play and figure it out. Then he's looking to attack with his arm. And if he don't have it, he instantly runs right at you. It's no scramble. It's an attack run.
It's dangerous.
Exactly. All right, with those two guys on offense, then you got someone who's been running his mouth this week. He been talking junk about Andy Dalton, man. Patrick Peterson, did you hear that?
No, man, fill me in.
Man, Pat Pete said that their strategy is to leave it all on Andy Dalton. Shut down Zeke and leave it all on Andy. Well, it's kind of a good strategy, but still, he's talking trash, man.
That's good old school stuff right there for good old Patrick Peterson. For him to say that, I don't know if we can use it as fighting words, but we do.
It's logic. Yeah,
it's logic, but we do have the best wide receiving core in the NFL. I just believe that you can call it, hey, Law, you just filled with homerism with this, but I just think that our wide receiving core is one of the best. We got the best running back in the league. So I'm thinking that, Patrick Peterson, he's going to have his hands full. Matter of fact, put the young phenom on him. Put CD Lamb on him, do something like that. And Michael Gallup, I think that they're on the same wavelength with Andy Dalton. But I believe, going back to DeAndre Hopkins on the opposite side of this thing, who are we going to put on him? Because is it Diggs? Is it Anthony Get Down Brown?
Diggs.
Is it Daryl Worley?
If somebody going to get burnt, let somebody learn and get burnt. Maybe Diggs can learn from it. We don't need to put Worley on him. You know what I'm saying? Worley's not our future. Put Diggs on him and let Diggs learn from all that kind of stuff. So you got Peterson, then Buda Baker, who's very good at this. You see why they let Honey Badger just go when he came into that fold. They saw it instantly what he does to that secondary. So you got him. I can't remember who's on the other side of Pat Pete right now. It's leaving my mind, but they have another capable corner on Pat Pete. And then Isaiah Simmons, my guy from Clemson. A lot of Clemson guys out there. My guy from Clemson, which, I mean, right now, they're okay, but they're going to form into one of these, a real good secondary down there in Arizona. It's going to be a good test for our three, a real good test.
Yeah. And this Buda Baker, man, if you want somebody that can play the deeper thirds, who can also come down and crack and got all of the range that you want to love to see, that's Buda Baker. I mean, you going to have to really, really, really pass accurately. You can't just have the ball batted in the air and these sorts of things because he's a playmaker. They gave him all of that money for a reason. And Kenyon Drake over there, oh my goodness, all he did was probably look at the first few weeks of the Cowboys tape against the run. He said, hey, coach, put me in.
And Kenyon Drake, he's a little bit better than what he has done so far in the league. If you remember him in Alabama, as a Clemson fan, I remember him in Alabama. But if you remember his in Alabama, his thing was his athletic ability, what he could do, his speed and his side to side, all that kind of stuff. And with the offense like that, they can use. I was so scared that was going to get Le'Veon Bell, but he still wouldn't be able to play this week. I don't think he might have been able to play Monday night with the numbers or whatever. But him in that offense is still that type that he can catch the ball, he can work in space and things of that sort. So we have to watch out for him because he's one of those running backs like Brown week 1 that has the ability to gut your defense. He's not going to do it every week because he's not that good. But if you give him lanes, he'll take them.
Yeah, and I got to give the honorable mentions out there. Larry Fitzgerald, he's there, reliable.
Oh yeah,
and we can't sleep on Isabella and as well as
Andy
Christian
Isabella,
Kirk.
Speed. Yeah, Christian Kirk. Yeah, like I said, their offensive weaponry is right there on par with ours. I can't say that anybody because Hopkins is probably the best receiver of all the whole of the whole crew. So their offensive firepower is there with us. So it's gonna be some popcorn eating and having fun on Sunday night, watching some touchdowns in the end zone. Hopefully, Andy. That's why I said the pressure is on Mr. Guy Andy, the guy in the middle of Z.
Yeah,
the guy in the middle of Z. Okay, because this is funny because when Tony Romo took over, I think I touched on it in my video this week, when Tony Romo was supplanted by Dak. The reason why Dak came in and steadied the ship, he was nowhere near the quarterback that Tony Romo was at that time. Nowhere near it. But he still got us in the playoffs. And it wasn't because he was better. It was because we changed the way we played. We rested our defense. We ran our running back. We did play action. It was a different style. But somehow the Dallas Cowboys have morphed right back into Tony Romo land and turned Dak Prescott into Tony Romo. And now playing the role of the young Dak Prescott will be Andy Dalton. So Andy Dalton, we can change everything. We can run through Zeke. We can let our defense sit on the bench. And maybe, we can get something out of this and figure out a good formula, because then if we can get Dak back and plug Dak into what Andy Dalton was doing and let Dak do what Andy Dalton was doing, he can do it 10 times better. If you know what I'm saying. So or if this thing works for Jerry and all that kind of stuff, they want to transition to another one, then they got a formula that they can win with. That's the number one thing that we need to worry about, not quarterbacking anything. We need to worry about a formula that we can win with, and then when we get our quarterback back, whoever it is or whatnot, we can elevate ourselves in the rest of the team. Wherever we need it, we can attack.
That's a beautiful canvas that you just painted for us all. You remember this picture that was going around? It was a meme of all of the Cowboys players between that Tony Romo era. You see DeMarco Murray, you would see Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, and they would fade to, I guess, black and white. They was all sitting in the locker room together. Well, somebody need to recreate that same picture and put the offensive line there, because we don't have a Tyron Smith. We don't have even a La'el Collins. We don't have a Travis Frederick, who retired at the start of this year, who was the first domino to drop. So I'm looking at it now that we have a Brandon Knight, we have a Connor Williams, we have a Tyler Biadasz, and then we have Zach Martin, who is the last stone to stay, and we have a Terrence Steele. So I believe that Zach Martin, in order for us to win this game, to keep that team that we just highlighted earlier off the field, we have to establish the run, and Ezekiel Elliott got to be that guy that can eat. Now, with Andy Dalton, the greatest news of this would be that he is a veteran, right?
Yeah,
so she should be able to step in and play with confidence.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I hate to be a Debbie Downer here, but I'm telling you what I see. Now, there's a huge difference, what you just brought up, with, all the talent we got. We got them receivers, they got them receivers. We got a quarterback that can throw, they got a quarterback that can throw. It looks exciting. The one caveat that you just brought up is Kyler Murray is going to have all day to throw the football. Andy Dalton is not. And that's going to be a big caveat. And if you remember back during the Tony Romo days when he didn't have blocking, they would blitz and force that ball out of Tony Romo's decisions and the ball out of Tony Romo's hands fast, because they knew Tony Romo could evade, but he couldn't run. He could evade the sack and get the ball off, but he couldn't take off and run it. And that's what they know about Andy Dalton. If they can get in there and make him make that decision quick and get that ball out of his hands fast, that's my fear of what they're going to, and kind of bottleneck the offense. That's my fear of what defenses can do to this offense coming up.
Yes, indeed. And I'm glad that you got those other 3 pitchers on this picture right here.
Yep, they got to work. They got to work.
They got to work. They got to work.
No defense is on here this week because I don't expect nothing out of you.
Nothing. Everything else will be the cherry on the top. So I think that Andy's best friend will be Gallup, right?
Exactly. Gallup, you know how to throw to Gallup now. Those are beautiful balls throwing out about. See, those are the balls Andy Dalton can throw like nobody's business. Those pretty balls, he can go out of bounds or to your receiver. The defenders has no chance in it. And Gallup, you are elite, man. It's going to be tough keeping Gallup in this cold. Now, you know how much money those 2 catches were for? You know what I'm saying?
It was deep.
Yeah. I mean, you make those catches on the contract year in front of the whole world.
Oh yeah. Contract year for Andy.
but for Gallup too. That's what I'm talking about.
Gallup too. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Gallup. So now he might have played himself out of our pocketbook right there. I hope not.
They better go ahead and approach him now and be like, hey.
Exactly.
What's going on? Because the price tag is going up on him. Yeah.
Exactly. Now I don't have your keys to the game. Do you have them on you somewhere?
Well, I have them right here in my head.
Yeah. Okay, good. I got them right here too.
Yeah. Stop and stomp down and flush out Kyler Murray. I don't know. My words, I keep on saying, I want to say Kyler Moore for some reason, for some strange reason, but it's Kyler Murray. I don't know what's going on.
I thought you were saying Killer Murray. I said, let's don't call him that until after we play us. But that could be a name, Killer Murray.
Killer Murray, just me trying to catch the cow, instead of killing. But here's the situation. We got to stop him. And on top of that, the best way we can do this is not create turnovers, not give them a turnover, what have you, and also run the ball. So my keys to the game is stop Murray. Number 2 would be protect the ball. And number 3, clock management. That's running the ball with Ezekiel Elliott. Those are my 3 keys to the game.
Yeah, and you also said somebody tell Andy Dalton that it's not a primetime game.
Oh, do not Google Cowboy Nation. Do not Google primetime games with Andy Dalton.
Primetime Andy.
Tell Andy somebody that this is not even gonna be on TV.
This is why it's so nerve-wracking because we just gotta wait and see what we get and see what the coaches use with. Because Andy Dalton is just he's a piece of clay. If you look at his highlights, his good highlights, man, he looks good. He throws lasers, man. But then when you show a highlight of his interceptions, like, what was he looking at? What did he see? Why did he throw it right to the guy? So it's what Kellen Moore, the coaching staff, what's going on in his head and what they can get out of Andy Dalton because he has the talent. But what are they going to get out of him? That's the question.
We don't know. Hey, for a news bite right here, I think that Kellen Moore, but Andy Dalton is either the 3rd or 4th active running quarterback to score touchdowns. Like he's leading the NFL in rushing touchdowns. He's like the 3rd or the 4th active leading right now. So that's crazy.
But I did say that on his highlights. I did see him running the end zone, diving in the end zone. I did see a lot of. Look, man, Andy's going to entertain us. He's going to entertain us. He's got energy. I think you might have heard him say when he went into the huddle. He said, "I came here to win."
Right.
Yeah, let's do it, Andy.
I love it.
So, hey, man, let's get behind this thing. And I'm telling you. Everybody's gonna be a winner here. Everybody's gonna be a winner here. We can figure this thing out on our end because we have several options that we can do. Dak has options that he can do, and the best for him. And what's funny? That correlation that I made with Romo. Even at that time, I was hoping that Romo still had some gas left in the tank when Dak took over for him, because I had picked a team for him. I had picked the Jaguars. Remember, because the Jaguars defense, they had them Wookiee defensive tackles. Yeah. Jaguars was a monster team, and I was like, man, all the Jaguars needed Tony Romo, and Tony Romo can get his ring, because I wanted him to get a ring like DeMarcus Ware got a ring after he left our fold or whatever. It wasn't going to work here, so go get you a ring. So I really wanted that from Tony Romo. So the same thought process in Dak Prescott. If it can't work out here like I really wanted to work out, please go get your ring somewhere, man. AFC.
Yeah.
AFC.
Yeah, somewhere else. Yeah.
You don't know how many Redskin fans hit me up and said, "Hey, we'll take Dak." I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
All the way up. Yeah.
Shut up. All right, man. We'll see. Have fun this weekend, man, and we'll see you on Monday.
Yes, indeed. Really appreciate everybody for watching. Peace.
All right.